Hey friends, Kevin here, and for those of you who have asked me to find you the deals, here they are, the Cyber Monday deals for van life. Let's get to it. Number one, for those thinking of jumping into solar that haven't done it yet, I stick with one brand, which is Renogy. They have a kit that has pretty much everything you need in it for a basic installation, so you don't have to go around trying to find 15 separate parts. It's on sale today. The link to that and everything else will be down here in the description. Portable power stations, power packs. And I can't stress this enough, you want to stay with name brands. So Jackery, Goal Zero, Blue Eddy, or Rock Pals. It seems like there's a new company that's pushing these things out there every week, and I'm just not interested in trying to save a couple of dollars and going with one of these no-name brands. So you'll find the links to the ones on sale today in the description. 12-volt refrigerators. That's the reason you end up getting a solar panel. But you can run your 12-volt refrigerator if you're starting out and you're doing a lot of driving. You can just run it off of the cigarette lighter or the 12-volt that's in your vehicle. It will recharge while you are driving around. Again, your brands for this are Dometic, Winter, which I have, and Alpacool, which I have a lot of friends who have and have had very good luck with these things. I know they have lasted, held up, being used every day for several years now. Stay away from these weird no-name brands because you're never going to get any service. These companies may or may not even be in existence 6 months from now. So there is a really good Alpacool that I have linked down below. Next is solar lights. This is the set that I use. It comes in a set of 4, which is perfect. I'll take a little piece of Velcro, put it on the outside glass on each side, like the minivan's a sliding door, one somewhere in the corner of the windshield, one somewhere on the back glass. When I am out camping, I want to have some type of outside light. These things are weatherproof and they're motion activated. They only weigh a couple ounces apiece. Throw them on the dashboard. They charge while you're driving down the road. They're good for several days. And what's going to happen if somebody or some animal walks up on your vehicle, it will trigger that motion light. The other thing that's useful is if you have to get out of your van at night, as soon as you reach over and you pull the door handle, say for your sliding door, that's automatically going to trigger that outside motion activation. So you're going to have it nice and lit up so you know what you're stepping out into. And while there's a ton of brands for these also, the one I linked to is the brand that I have had for the last, 4 or 5 years, and it's held up for me. Next is going to be a pop-up shower tent. Once you figure out how to do this, these things go up in 30 seconds and you can fold them back down in just a minute or two. So they're great. They give you some privacy. It's great for whatever system you're using to take a shower in. The other thing that's nice to be able to do if you have a larger toilet is to be able to put your toilet into it. Kind of use it as a miniature bathroom. Speaking of toilets, if you want to go with a nice one, I've linked one down below. This one includes a cover. This is the first time I have seen one include a cover in about 4 or 5 years now. The one I have has a cover, and what's great about it is I just take that cover, turn it upside down, drop that cover over it, and no one realizes that it's a toilet because it just looks like a big square block. So for those that want to go a little bit cheaper route or just save space, there are these little collapsible toilet systems. These things work really well. I've linked to a good one down below. Tire pressure monitor. This is where you have a little cap that goes on each wheel, each of your tire stems, and it sits there as you're driving every few seconds and it monitors the air pressure of the tire. It also has a temperature sensor built in. Now, if you have a minivan, quite honestly, you really don't need this. But if you have a full-size van, that has the big 10-ply tires that are designed to carry a lot of weight, those things also carry a lot of air pressure. The big van that I have, those things are 60 to 80 psi compared to 30, 35 pounds of pressure that you're running in a minivan tire. So you can have one hell of a blowout, which is what you do not want to have. And blowouts are caused for different reasons. One of the things that will cause a blowout is heat. Heat building up on the rim and the tire because you may have a wheel bearing that's going bad. You may have a brake caliper that has gotten stuck. A lot of things that can happen with these bigger vans. So I want to know that I have a problem, and you can set different levels on this display and it will set off an audio alarm if something drops below a level. And that's what I want to know. I want to know that I have a tire that's dropping that will give me time to slow down and get off the road rather than 30 seconds later when a tire completely blows out and shreds. Because not only are these tires expensive, a couple $100 a piece easily, but also shredded tires throwing stuff back up under your vehicle and down the side of the vehicle can cause a whole lot of damage. And that's unfortunately what ends up happening. So big van, big tires, use one of these pressure kits. I've had this one, I think January will be 3 years. I just looked this up the other day. January will be 3 years. So this brand has held up for me. Again, other brands I can't speak of. In addition to these things, of course, you can pick up gloves and mittens and all kinds of little things like that you may need, especially if you're going to do some winter camping. I didn't link this down below, but I am a firm believer in wool socks. As a matter of fact, I will try to drop a link down there. Wool socks, man, a good pair of wool socks, they are your friend if you are winter camping. They make a bigger difference than almost any other garment. You may want to watch this video next. There's also a playlist here of some other items I've reviewed. We'll get back to the regular van build travel stuff in the next video, and we'll talk soon.